last night off the bench in Utah at 10 points in 11 minutes. Also 3 steals. Hansen, a rugged customer. He's got to feel as if he's gone to heaven going from Sacramento to the Bulls. Armstrong cuts in but can't control the ball and is called for traveling.
He turned the corner and saw nobody between himself and the basket, but got the ball hung up on his hip and couldn't dribble it, couldn't shoot it. Called for the walk.
All right, Nuggets have a chance now to move within 6. Minute and a half in to the second quarter. Beautiful moves by Jackson, but comes up short. Anderson banging the boards. And then Anderson gets banged. Stacey King at 6'11" and 230 puts the body to him and has his second foul.
Cadillac with the offensive rebound off the Jackson miss. Right there, the foul. And he'll have 2 free throws. You know, even though Chris scored only 4 points last night against the Jazz, Paul's showing a great deal of confidence. That's the second time already that he's gone to the 1-4. He puts all 4 other Nugget players down on the baseline and lets Chris work one-on-one as Michael Jordan checks back into the game.
And Jordan replaces Pippen. So the Bulls have essentially 3 guards on the floor right now, and Jordan, Armstrong, and Hansen. Cadillac Anderson makes one of the 2, one of the leading rebounders in the NBA. Just around 11 rebounds per game. And it's a 7-point lead for Chicago. Michael Jordan. He has taken just 4 shots in the game. He's made 2. He's being shadowed now by Reggie Williams. Hansen in the crowd. Anderson rips it ahead to Jackson. Williams slides in, and there's Jordan to stop him.
And poor Reggie Williams has taken the ball to the basket about 4 times tonight and had it knocked away. No foul there. A great defensive play by Jordan, who doesn't get enough credit for his defense because he's such a great offensive player.
Hello, Jordan, defensive player of the year. First team all defense last year. Hansen. King puts his forearm to the back of Anderson, and this will be on Livingston trying to fight through, and Cliff Livingston gets his second personal foul.
Take another look at it. The ball bouncing away from Livingston, and right there, that call going against Cliff for holding Reggie, but another second opportunity as Hansen came away with the offensive rebound.
Mark Macon is back in. He replaces Walter Davis, so the Nuggets now the young backcourt of Macon and Jackson. Jackson in his second year, Macon in his first, although Macon is older than Chris Jackson. Jackson should still just be a senior in college. He came out after his sophomore season. Mutombo with a tough drive against number 42. Banger out of North Carolina, Scott Williams, who was activated today.
And we're starting to see more and more of this from Dikembe when he feels that pressure on the left side. Teams trying to stop him from coming for that jump hook shot. He's doing a nice job of spinning baseline, dropping the right foot, and going strong to the basket.
Some of the incredible things about Mutombo is the fact he's playing so much time. He's taking a physical beating every game, and you can see from game to game how much he's learning on offense, and you see it the next game. He has been a great inspiration to the other Nuggets.
Well, I'm sure that Dikembe is glad to get home against the Chicago Bulls because he took a real physical beating the 2 games on the road.
Jordan and Macon, 10 on the shot clock. Third field goal from Michael Jordan, who joined Kareem Abdul-Jabbar last year as the only league scoring champ to win a world title. Again, Jackson with a swift move, but he cannot connect. Jackson gets it out. Here's Williams on the run. Hansen grabs it, and the Bulls bust out 4 on 3 into the hands of Jordan, wide open. Jackson, another rebound. Reggie Williams on the run to Mutombo. Mutombo at 7-2, leading the break.
And that gets the fans out of their seat. A perfect pass by Reggie Williams, and Dikembe throws it down.
And the Nuggets to within 5. 8:20 left in the first half. Livingston not known for his scoring, but he delivers there. It's probably the furthest shot he has taken all season.
The unbelievable part of this game so far, Al, is that the Nuggets are only down 7 while shooting just 35% from the field.
Swish. Jackson gets his second. And the Bulls lead again, down to 5. They're led by as many as 10. Anderson almost stripping Livingston. And the Nuggets do take it away. Here's Macon. And Williams puts it away. Reggie Williams the trailer. And the Nuggets creep to within 3.
And that's why you never give up on a play, Al. You keep coming till the ball's in the basket, because you would think that Macon would make that shot, but Reggie wasn't taking any chances.
Mutombo grabs it down, his 4th rebound. Williams on the run, behind the back. And a whistle. Very creative move by Reggie Williams, and that gets a standing ovation from the crowd. If he made it, would have gone down as one of the plays of the year.
Well, he takes it behind his back to keep the ball away from Paxson. He just didn't give it enough arch to get it up on the backboard. That's only 4 team fouls against the Bulls, and so the Nuggets will simply inbound the ball.
Perhaps Reggie is saying, Michael, I'm going to put on a little bit of a show. Now you do something like this. Nuggets still a chance to cut it further. They're 3 behind, making a run here midway in the second. Winston Garland is back in. Mutombo against Purdue. There's that turnaround. Swish, and he is fouled. He hit it last night against Utah. First time a fadeaway facing the basket for around 12, 15 feet away, and he does it again tonight.
And if Dikembe can start making this shot consistently, there'll be no way that a team can overplay him one way or the other. He goes away from the jump hook that time, the fall away jumper, and the foul by Purdue.
It was once 28-18 in favor of Chicago. The Nuggets have now knotted it at 34. They have outscored the Bulls 16-6. 7 minutes left in the first half. Hanson on the drive. Mutombo picks him up and gets his first personal foul. And also gets a shot in the chin. Last couple of games, it was the throat area that Mutombo was consistently getting hit. Kembe Mutombo picking up Hanson and taking a shot in the chin in the process.
Well, you've already said what a tough customer Bobby Hanson is, and that time he led with the shoulder as he came up for that shot and caught Dikembe right under the chin.
Hanson coming off surgery last year, played only 36 games with Sacramento. Had surgery twice, shoulder and knee surgery. The Bulls have taken a 1-point lead. Macon past Jordan and past the basket.
The Bulls come out in full court pressure out trying to surprise the Nuggets, but that's the way you break the press. You keep the ball in the air. Great passing by the Nuggets.
Nuggets have outscored the Bulls 16-7 in the first 5.5 minutes of the second quarter. Purdue, and he is fouled. Purdue appeared to back into Joe Wolf, but I think they're going to nail Wolf with a personal foul.
Well, Dikembe keeps going on Jordan after Purdue sets the screen, and he's wide open. And did you see a foul?
Still looking for the foul. Perhaps we didn't slow it down enough. So a possible 3-point play now for Will Purdue. And perhaps that in tribute to the latest Nugget who has been waived.
And what Phil is saying is, Will, it's not 10 feet away, it's 15 feet away.
Bulls by 1. The Nuggets now with a lineup that fashions Winston Garland and Mark Macon at the guards. Dikembe Mutombo at center, Joe Wolf and Reggie Williams at the forwards. Coming down to 6 minutes to go in the first half. Nuggets with a comeback here in the second. Paxson is called for a push.
No, I think
it away from the
yeah, it was away from the ball. The call goes against Horace Grant. The Nuggets trying to play a little two-man game, and Horace was holding Joe so badly that he could never get close enough to set the screen on Paxson.
Horace, who just came from a 3D movie playing near the McNichols Arena. Forgot to take the glasses off. Joe Wolf, who with Jerome Lane going, knows that he should be seeing some more time, or at least he is in the picture. And he gives the Nuggets a 1-point lead. Joe Wolf gives Paul Westhead some versatility. He could play any of the actually 3 forward spots. Pippen still gets the shot off. Wolf cannot hold on. A force by Purdue, and Wolf got a hold of that one. 5:40 to go. Second period. And Denver will have the ball, leading by 1. Let's check in now with Drew Goodman.
Almost had to check me out. That ball came this close, as Maxwell Smart would say. You know, one of those miracles of Michael I wanted to tell you about. There was a gentleman in Pueblo who was in a coma after an accident for a while. He came out of it. The only thing he could remember, his tattoo on his arm that said Michael Jordan, similar to the one that Dan Issel had.
I think Dan had the Walter Davis tattoo. Davis hits that one. Here's the alley-oop. Even Jordan couldn't get that one. Pippen looking for Jordan, threading the needle. Mutombo. He has Macon. Fast break for the Nuggets. Macon still has it. And Jordan comes out with it. It's a little basketball mixed with roller derby. 5 minutes to go in the second. It's got the crowd up and down in its seats. Pippen.
Get him off my hand.
Mutombo did the job on Grant. Wolf sends it out to Macon. Macon on Jordan, spins and hits a beauty by Mark Macon, and he is fouled by Jordan.
Well, the last time down, Macon made a terrible decision and wound up getting the ball back anyway, but you hate to temper his enthusiasm because look at this play. Another bad decision, but this one could wind up to be a 3-point play. He does a little Michael Jordan move on Michael Jordan.
All the Nuggets doing their tribute to Jordan. Earlier was Reggie Williams with a dazzler. Macon unable to complete it. He has 6 points tonight. Nuggets have their biggest lead, 42-37.
And the Nuggets shooting better. They're up to 43%. The Bulls down to 45%.
And this one goes to John Paxson. The foul on the 9-year vet out of Notre Dame, Phil Jackson, who last night saw his team win in overtime in Seattle. And doesn't seem to have a concern right now.
He might not be showing it on the outside, but he can't afford to give this young Nugget team some courage, or his team's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Jordan on the run. The tongue comes out. Pippen has trouble. And they finally call a jump ball. The advantage, of course, on the jump goes to Pippen, but the crowd appreciates the scrambling effort of Winston Garland.
Well, that was a terrible pass by Michael Jordan down around Pippen's shoe tops. Both players wrestling on the floor, and Winston goes right down and ties up Pippen.
17,000 ready to erupt for the Denver Nuggets as a timeout is taken with 4:15 left in the
Get back into the last split. We'll get Walt coming off on the split. Either way, we can get him. Do it on the D, one and done. Nobody going until we get possession. Nobody going.
What he's talking about right there, Al, is exploring, first of all, going into Dikembe, and then the people on the perimeter crossing. They're hoping to get Dikembe an easy shot inside, or Walter an open jump shot on the screen outside.
Nuggets have picked up the offense, and a lot of that has had to do with the defense. Denver getting some fast breaks and some easy driving buckets, or easier than the outside shots. And this is what the Nuggets are doing to the Bulls in the second quarter. Chicago led 28-20 after one. And that's with the Nuggets scoring the last hoop of the first quarter. Biggest lead for Chicago is 28-18. Michael Jordan has been held to but 6 points, 3 of 6 from the field. Horace 3D Grant inside the Pippen, who makes the wheel, and there's Mutombo to reject it. Walter Davis peeling out for the Nuggets. Nuggets trying to show now some patience on offense. Mutombo gets set. Now works around the screen from Davis. And here's the steal. Here's Jordan on the run. That's what they paid to see.
When Michael builds up a head of steam, it's awfully tough to get him stopped in the open court.
Garland takes it right inside on Paxson. Defense is not the strong point for Paxson, especially against a quicker player. Jordan, the tongue comes out. He knew where he was going.
He said earlier in the season he was going to try and wear a mouthpiece because he saw his youngster imitating that move, and he didn't think that he wanted other kids doing it, but he just couldn't play with the mouthpiece. And after all, it really wouldn't be Michael Jordan without the tongue hanging out on his way to the basket.
Well, last year he finally got his ring. Along with it, took the MVP awards for the regular season and the playoffs. Nuggets lead by 5. We're down just under 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Stacey King rejected by Mutombo. In the crowd, Walter Davis fights his way through. Davis to the foul line. Reggie Williams fires. And there is Cadillac Anderson. And it counts. Anderson flying by. And the Nuggets lead is now 7, their biggest of the game. 3 minutes to go. Jordan picked up by Walter Davis, the man that Jordan lobbied for to get to Chicago last year. And caused many problems between Jordan and the front office. Mutombo is right there again, but this one goes through. Williams. And he wisely beats him out. On the shot clock. Garland runs out of room, throws it away, and Michael Jordan, the crowd anticipates.
When Michael looked back over his shoulder and saw nobody on his half of the court, he knew he was coming up with a showtime. Let's take another look at it.
And this is a replay of one of his 50-point dunks in the slam dunk contest. So this crowd loving it here in the first half. Jordan now putting on the show, and the Nuggets are winning. 2 minutes to go. Remember last year in this matchup between these two teams, the Nuggets had built the lead, and then Chicago in the last couple of minutes of the first half put it on and went into the locker room in front of Denver. That was one of the best games of last year. The Bulls surviving the Nuggets 151 to 145. And that was only their first win in McNichols in the last 5 years.
Yeah, the Nuggets have won 8 out of 10, the last 10 against the Bulls here in Denver.
7 of those with Jordan playing. Mutombo comes up short, and now the Bulls, with a minute and a half to go, trailing by 3. Jordan threats the needle to Stacey King, who has 10 points. He and Jordan are high for Chicago. And that's 6 points in a row for the Nuggets. And Paul Westhead, with just a minute 23 left, will call a timeout. Does not want to relinquish the lead. The Bulls got off.
He played like the #1 pick in the draft.
Chris Jackson goes to work on Paxson. And Jackson gets a break there. Appeared as if he may have traveled, losing control. But instead, Paxson is called for a foul. And that is his 3rd personal, so he will be leaving at this moment, and B.J. Armstrong will replace him for the final minute 16.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. It looked like Jackson was out of control and about to walk, and the call kind of took Jackson off the hook, and the Nuggets in the penalty situation.
Chris Jackson showing glimpses. Certainly looks to be more at ease and relaxed in his role now coming off the bench. Jordan twisting and turning and has 12 points.
And that time the Bulls just put the ball in Michael's hands. They went to the 1-4 set with Jordan handling the ball out front.
Just under a minute to go in the first half. Nuggets holding on to the 1-point lead. Mutombo, their high man, with 15. Jackson cornered, but gets it out. 6 on the shot clock. Macon over Jordan. Swish. And a big first half from Mark Macon. One sensational drive, and in 3 more field goals and 8 points for the rookie. Ten seconds to shoot. King using the body, and he gets his 6th field goal in 9 attempts. 12 points. Nuggets by 1. Jackson scoots it across. Nuggets have 14 to shoot. There's a couple of extra seconds left in the half. Williams chased by Pippen. Here's the defense by the Bulls, and the Bulls will come away with the ball. The Bulls fashioned a suffocating defense last year, and Macon tries to stop Jordan right away, and he fouls him. I have a feeling they have more than enough time. As Pippen will inbound right now. Phil Jackson getting an explanation from Steve Javy. Looking for Jordan. He gets it up quickly, and it leaves the Nuggets with 7 ticks. Garland lets it fly. So Michael Jordan with some heroics late in the first half. He has 14 points as he leaves the floor. High man for the Bulls. Dikembe Mutombo high for the Nuggets with 15 as the Bulls squeak out a 1-point lead at halftime. Stay tuned. We'll take a look at Michael Jordan in high school coming up at the half.
Be the basketball player most likely to succeed.
To my friend and I, Leroy Smith, who was about 6'6", 6'7" at the time, and I was maybe 5'9 and a half. We said we were going to try out for the varsity team just to see what happens. And because of Leroy's height, I got the short end of the stick, I felt, and he made the varsity, and I got cut.
I was big, okay? And when you're 6'8", you play basketball because you're tall. So it wasn't because I was talented, I was just 6'8". You know, 6'8", everybody said, hey, you got to play basketball for us. And when I look at it, you know, he should have played varsity because he was a talent in the 10th grade.
Today, of course, Michael is one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. But on those rare occasions when Jordan manages to go incognito, he likes to pay special tribute to the player who beat him out.
So when I'm out meeting people, if someone comes up and asks me, what is your name? I say Leroy Smith, because at that time, I was nobody. I got cut. People knew him before they knew me. So I'd use him as my alias, I guess. Especially when people don't know me or can't recognize me, and they're not sure who I am. And I say Leroy Smith, man, they think about it, and you really look like Michael Jordan. And then I tell them for real.
You're one.
Pippen goes inside to Grant, and he goes quickly to work. Horace Grant has only taken 5 shots. He's hit 4 of them for 8 points. So the Bulls leading it by 3. Anderson, who leads the way for the Nuggets with 9 rebounds in the first half. Mutombo had but 3, but he was doing the scoring. Make that 17 points now for Dikembe Mutombo. He's coming off a season-high 28 last night against the Jazz.
And another nice touch on a fall-away jump shot.
Scottie Pippen, a looping drive. And the basket will count on a goaltend against the Nuggets.
Bernie Fryer called it a goaltend, and Mutombo looking around. I don't think he touched it. Let's take another look at it. The ball high off the glass. I think he whiffed it. The Bulls were going to score anyway, but it looked like Mutombo missed the ball.
This time, though, Scottie Pippen benefits because he gets the basket. 3-point lead for the Bulls. Mutombo goes in with the left hand. The Bulls last year, 3rd leading rebounding team in the NBA, not because of their size. They just have players who go to the basket. Jordan is stuffed by Anderson. Mutombo had a couple of blocks in the first half. Jordan works in.
And is he amazing? He said, you can't embarrass me like that. He made sure that he went right back at Cadillac and got that one to go down.
Garland over Paxson. And Winston Garland nails it from the outside.
That's only Winston's second basket after going 7 of 13 from the field last night in Utah.
2 minutes into the second half. Horace Grant wants to go against Anderson. Down on the boards, Will Perdue. And he has 4 points. Will Perdue starting at center for the Bulls. Bill Cartwright broke his hand last week. He should be out another 6 weeks. So Perdue gets his shot in the middle. Anderson on the run comes up short. And now it is Pippen on the run, being flanked by Jordan. Pippen with a stutter step. Bulls pull it out again. Paxson waving it into Pippen. 8 on the shot clock. Perdue looking for Grant. Had the right thought, just could not execute. Williams slides by Perdue and gets clobbered. Second foul on Perdue, and it'll send Reggie Williams to the foul line for the first time tonight.
Jordan takes the ball defensively, and he was hollering for Perdue to get back and play the back of the tandem defense. Will just not quick enough to get there in time and knocks Reggie to the floor. Reggie, an outstanding free throw shooter, 83%, goes to the free throw line.
He's the second leading scorer on the Nuggets, around 16 a game. This is the 57th straight start for Reggie Williams ever since coming here from San Antonio last January, and that's the longest start streak. And I know there's another one that has begun this year that will take many years to be broken.
Does he wear number 55?
He certainly does. Jordan. Anderson is in double figures with rebounds. But loses. Anderson stops Pippen there. Here is Macon. One-on-one on Jordan. Gets by him. Thought he had it. Michael Jordan has his second personal foul. Macon showing that aggressiveness towards the hoop.
Yeah, he hasn't taken a step backward since he arrived in Denver. He keeps going, really struggling offensively. I feel a little sorry for the young man. He can't get anything to go down, but that luck will change, and those shots will start rolling in the basket instead of over the top of it.
Pretty good foul shooter in college, struggling here. Missed his 2 shots tonight. He missed both of his shots in Utah last night. 9 points now for Macon. And the Nuggets are 2 back. 8.5 to go. The Nuggets have beaten the likes of Portland, San Antonio, and Houston here at home. Would love to add Chicago to that list. Will Perdue. And now Garland streaking out for the Nuggets. Macon stopped by Jordan. Telegraphed the pass. And Pippen right in the lane. Cross-court pass with a guy like Pippen on the floor. 4 minutes into the third quarter. The bumping going on between Pippen and Garland. And it's the first foul on Winston Garland.
And defensively, Winston got hung up on Pippen during the fast break, and they never got to a point where they could get the defense changed up. Pippen just kept backing down, and finally Garland called for the personal foul.
Horace Grant turns and fires. Horace Grant, second leading shooter in the NBA at 63%. And tonight he is up that even more, 5 of 7 from the field. Mark Macon way off on the shot, and now it's a 4-on-2. Scottie Pippen upstairs to end that fast break. And Paul Westhead again calls that quick timeout as the Bulls have opened the lead to 6 points. 7.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. It's the Bulls 63 and the Nuggets 57.
Sports Network, an affiliate of Prime Sports.
Bulls make the Nuggets rush their shots. Chicago leads by 6 in that timeout. Phil Jackson told the Bulls when they come out, turn on the heat defensively. This is the moment that's going to try to pull away. Jordan rattles the rim, and again it's Anderson who sweeps the boards for his 11th rebound. Garland down, no passes, one shot, and back come the Bulls.
Well, that's, and we've harped on it all season long, but that's something that cannot continue. The Nuggets are going to have to, especially when they start slipping behind. If you're ahead by 8 or 10 points, that's one thing, but you start falling behind, you've got to work the ball and get a good shot. You can't continue to come down and just fire it away with no passes or one pass.
Well, they've done it the last 2 times down. The Bulls by 6. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They'll try it again to Stacey King. And Cadillac Anderson owning the boards. Now it's a 3-on-2. Macon and Williams spun around by Michael Jordan, who has just picked up his 3rd personal foul. As Dan mentioned earlier, very rare disqualification for Jordan last night, who fouled out in Seattle, but not after he put the Sonics away in overtime.
Now this is a good play because the Nuggets have the numbers. They're a 3-on-2 fast break. In a situation like that, you take it right to the goal.
All right, let's check in now with Drew Goodman.
Al, thanks very much. Last time out, Paul Westhead imploring his team to get back defensively in transition, get back in the paint. He must have said it a dozen times. He also looked Mark Macon in the eye and he said, hey, if you don't have the shot, we always have the big guy. Go to him.
Reggie Williams hits the 2 foul shots. He has 10 points, and I get your 4 back, and here's the big guy. He goes by the big guy. Michael Jordan with 18, and the Bulls have a 6-point lead. 6:16 to go in the 3rd quarter. Joe Wolf is up front now with Mutombo and Williams, Garland and Macon in the backcourt. 10 on the shot clock. Stutter step by Williams, past the basket, and a beauty, a reverse by Reggie Williams. And it's an even dozen for Williams. Pippen now takes it to Williams. Pippen has 12, Grant 10, Jordan 18, King 12. The leading scorers for the Bulls. Mutombo leads the way for the Nuggets with 17. The only other Nugget in double figures, Reggie Williams, with 12 points. All right, Nuggets have a chance now to move to within 2. Mutombo has not touched the ball much in this second half. He's calling for it now. Grant with position. He has led the Bulls in rebounding the last 3 years. This will be the 4th. Michael Jordan can't get it clear. Here is Macon peeling out for the Nuggets, zigging and zagging against Jordan. Again, the quick shot, and Wolf with the follow.
Another situation, Mark Macon on the fast break, and that time the numbers were not in the Nuggets' favor, but Joe Wolf, a nice follow-up tip, takes Macon off the hook.
Nuggets to within a field goal. 5 minutes left in the 3rd. Pippen spinning away. Macon looking for the steal. Instead, the foul. They call it on Reggie Williams, and that is number 3 on Williams. And speaking of number 3, Chris Jackson comes in on cue. And let's see who he'll replace. Macon stays out there. Williams stays out there. Now Walter Davis gets ready to come in. And Cliff Levingston replaces Horace Grant for the Bulls. Williams takes a seat after his 3rd foul, goes out with a dozen points. So Paul Westhead now puts in Jackson and Davis. Macon remains in with Wolf and Mutombo.
And this means Walter Davis will be guarding Scottie Pippen.
Now gets a chance to knot it up. Macon faces Jordan. Joe Wolf, a flying left-hander.
That's one of those, no, no, no. Great shot.
6 straight points for the Nuggets, and they have caught the Bulls again. Jordan switches hands, and there is Levingston, who has a nose for the basket.
He really does, and several of the other Bulls have also had a nose for the basketball tonight off the offensive boards. Too many second opportunities.
P.J. Armstrong is in for the Bulls, now guarding Jackson. Mutombo with King getting a crack at him. Jordan watching. Mutombo the hook. There's Wolf again hammering the boards, and from underneath took the shove from the veteran Cliff Levingston.
It looked like Levingston had Joe's right arm pinned to his side. The jump hook. And right there, Joe Wolf can't get the right hand up to catch the basketball. Levingston's got it pinned to the side, and the Nuggets will inbound the ball.
67-65 Bulls. Mutombo, who's getting position, but loses. Stacey King takes it in the face. Here's Armstrong. Stops and pops. Only his second field goal of the night. He had a big one for the Bulls. The Nuggets were charging, looking to tie, and now the Bulls have a little breathing room, 4 points. Armstrong did that in the playoffs last year, especially in Detroit. A few field goals, but got the crucial ones down the stretch against the Pistons. Recovered by Jackson. They have 5 seconds to shoot. Jackson for 3. And now Armstrong leads it out. Looking for Jordan. Goes inside the King. Jordan calling for the ball. Now isolated against Macon. Jordan rises. And Wolf lets it down. What a stint for Joe Wolf. Jackson. Walter Davis wide open. Pulls the trigger. Squish.
And I think Joe Wolf realizing what you said earlier, Al, there's more playing time now that Jerome Lane is gone. Joe Wolf making his bid to take at least a portion of that time as the Bulls call a timeout.
The Nuggets creep to within 2 one more time. 2:38 left in the third.
Third quarter field goal percentage. Jordan has 18 points, but has taken 19 shots.
Make it 20 shots over Mutombo. And he will go to the foul line for only the first time tonight. Jordan, as the Nuggets know and have seen before, is apt to explode for 20, 25 points in a quarter.
He beats Reggie Williams and takes it up against Dikembe. We take another look at it. Watching finesse this ball around the outstretched arm of Mutombo and into the basket.
That makes it 21 for Michael Jordan, and it gives the Bulls a 5-point lead. Williams fakes on Jordan. He gets the snap, but can't get the hoop. Now it's Armstrong. He has Jordan to his left. And Jordan starting to take charge one more time. He has 9 points of his 23 in this third quarter.
We talked at the very beginning of the game, Al, how Michael Jordan kind of lays back at the beginning, trying to get his teammates involved in the offense, but there's always a point during the game where Jordan takes over. We'll take a look at this last one, and right now you get the feeling that it's all Michael Jordan, the fall-away jumper in the lane. He'll take it in and tease the big guys with it, but just when they think they're going to get a hand on it, he pulls it away and shoots it in.
Jordan, who just creates that space for himself. And he has hit that shot in a 3-point play before that. This was a 2-point game, but Michael Jordan now with 5 quickies, giving the Bulls a 7-point lead with 2 minutes on the nose left in period number 3. Al Albert along with the horse. Dan Issel courtside at McNichols. Bullseye. Walter Davis on target from the outside. 8 points for the ageless wonder. 74-69. Bulls with the ball by 5. Scottie Pippen has been very quiet. He hasn't scored in this second half. 12 points in the first. Jordan takes what they give you. And now Michael Jordan putting on a show. 25 points. 11 in the third quarter. Reaching over from behind was Stacey King, and King has his second personal foul.
And that's team foul number 5. So Mutombo on his way to the free throw line as Mark Macon checks in. It'll be his turn to try and slow down Jordan as Reggie Williams gets a seat on the bench.
So Macon takes a breather and Jordan goes wild. 7 quick points for Jordan in a matter of minute and a half.
We'll see if Mark makes any difference now.
Mutombo doing it the scoring end. He has but 4 rebounds tonight. Kind of like Anderson's doing most of the heavy work on the boards. Bobby Hansen is in. Hansen, who played his first 7 years at Utah, last year at Sacramento. 2 misses from the foul line from Mutombo, who had hit his first 5 foul shots tonight.
And Hansen is in for Jordan, so Michael will get a rest at least through the quarter break.
Just the sight of Macon scared him to the bench. And now it is Pippen's chance to take charge. Armstrong, swish. And the lead is now up to 9. Here is Macon racing away, looking for the dunk. Livingston gets his 4th personal foul.
Take another look at it as Mark takes the ball strong to the hole. But Stacey King up there to swat it away, and Livingston tries to reject Dikembe, but he's called for the foul. A different angle. There's the block by King. Mutombo keeps coming. And the foul.
Mutombo misses again from the foul line. So that's the hat trick, 3 straight.
You know, this is the 4th game in 5 nights. Mutombo's been playing about 40, 41 minutes a game. This second half, Dikembe might just be on empty.
He played all but 2 minutes in the first half. And Dikembe Mutombo, no complaints. Goes out there, plays as hard as he can every minute. What a find for the Nuggets.
Paul saying, just give us the same call as the other one. Scottie Pippen will go to the free throw line.
Call the foul on Macon. That is his 3rd. Pippen at 25 last night against Seattle. He's averaging 21 points a game, along with 7 rebounds, 7 assists. He has 24 steals in the first 11 games. Bulls looking for their 9th win in a row. 14 now for Pippen. And the Bulls have tied their biggest lead of 10 inside the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Jackson looks back at the bench. Paul Westhead instructing his team to spread out.
They're going to let Jackson take Hansen one-on-one.
And he does. Soft touch for Chris Jackson. He has 8 points. And the final shot of the 3rd period goes to the Bulls. Bulls led 28-20 after 1. They led 51-50 after 2. And not only do they get a final bucket, but a gift of an extra foul shot.
Well, that's a good idea. The double team came to take the ball out of Scottie Pippen's hands. But when you come with a double team, you have to double team from another perimeter player, not from somebody right underneath the basket. Joe Wolf goes out on the double team as Mark Randall checks in. Here it is, Wolf with the double team, which leaves Livingston wide open underneath the basket.
Phil Jackson inserts the former Cherry Creek star, 1st-round draft pick out of Kansas, Mark Randall. Walter's got to put it up. There it is. Walter Davis downtown at the buzzer, and he gets those 3 points back.
And watch where he shoots this ball, Al. He shoots it like a normal jumper. That's almost a half court, but the same pretty form that Walter would shoot if he was 10 feet from the basket.
We'll say about 40 feet on that shot. So the Nuggets end with a big shot as we head into the 4th quarter.
And the place is packed.
Star-studded crowd. Nuggets have the ball to start this 4th quarter. Joe Wolf, who gave the Nuggets a push in that 3rd period, is back in here now to start the 4th.
And Michael Jordan is back for the Bulls.
Jackson and Macon with Wolf, Mutombo, and Davis. The 5-man alignment for the Nuggets. Davis in a crowd. He sees Macon coming for the basket for the reverse. And Macon's in double figures with the 11. So the Nuggets strike first in the 4th quarter. Jordan, who lit it up late in the 3rd. And 11 of his 25 points in the 3rd quarter. Livingston looks, he gets the double team. That's the man to get. Not really a finesse man with the ball, and they come up with the steal. Macon running away. And back comes Hansen with Armstrong. Could be a major sequence here, but Armstrong misses the shot. Mutombo, 7th rebound. Macon one-on-one against Jordan. Davis fights for the shot. Mutombo keeps it alive. He walked. They may call a travel or a foul. And they call the foul on him. It's his 4th.
I thought he walked before he fouled.
Yep. Cadillac Anderson back in the lineup.
Nice stint for Joe Wolf. Perfect on 2 shots from the field and from the free throw line. 6 points, 5 rebounds.
83-77, the Bulls. They're looking to make it 3 of 3 on this 6-game road trip. Winning in Golden State and Seattle. The Clippers, Portland, and Sacramento ahead next week.
And there's another one on Dikembe. That'll be personal foul number 4. Stacey King taking it right to Mutombo. He's had a couple of shots blocked, but he continues to go right at the goal. And he'll go back to the free throw line.
Mutombo with 18 points and 7 boards. Nuggets will have tomorrow and Monday off. Well-deserved rest. This is the 4th game in 5 nights, and then they'll start another stint of 4 in the next 5. Tuesday at home against Charlotte. Wednesday at the road against Minnesota. Friday at home against Seattle. Saturday at home against New Jersey. And again, it can't go, but Macon will try to get 2 from the foul line.
Good recognition by Cadillac Anderson that time, as he saw nobody behind Mark Macon, and almost the full length of the court pass. Hansen with the obvious foul, and Macon will go to the line.
Macon has such great hands and control with the ball, has to be muttering to himself. What's been happening on his layups now. Phil Jackson having a couple of words with one of his players. 13 points now for Macon. High as a Nugget is 18. Denver hangs tough, 6 points behind. 2 minutes into the 4th quarter. Bulls have yet to score a field goal in the 4th. 3-point attempt by Jordan. Ripped down by Mutombo, and the Nuggets are off and running. Macon now with a smaller B.J. Armstrong. Taking him inside. Nice move. A foul, and it's on Jordan. And that will be Michael Jordan's 4th personal foul.
Mark Macon looked up and was so surprised that he wasn't covered by Jordan, he decided to back Armstrong up, and Jordan wound up coming over and picking up the foul anyway. Joe Wolf comes in. Dikembe Mutombo will get a blow, and right after this first Mark Macon free throw, Reggie Williams will be checking into the game as well. You know, one thing about Stacey King, the reason he struggled is that he was a low post player in college, and the Bulls have tried to make him a player facing the basket. Now with Cartwright being out, him splitting time in the post with Will Perdue, that's going to give Stacey King an opportunity to play a position that he's more comfortable in.
He had a season-high 18 last night against Seattle, 14 tonight for Stacey King. Nuggets to within 4. Jordan with a fake. And Livingston again grinding it out inside.
That time Jordan doesn't make the shot, but he pulls all of the defense to him so that when he does miss, Livingston's there to follow up.
Jackson makes the move on Jordan, but cannot connect. 87-81 Chicago. 9:10 still left in this ball game. Macon overplaying, and Denver gets the ball.
Nice little defense right there by Mark Macon. He didn't let Jordan keep the contact. He stayed, had some space between himself and Michael, was able to run around and knock the ball away.
Nuggets now playing with Mutombo on the bench, getting a little breather. down the shot clock. Armstrong. 13th rebound for Cadillac Anderson. Jackson behind the back and the reverse. Nuggets have missed at least 6 layups tonight. And they trail by 6 points. That's a difference of being behind by 6 and leading by 6.
We're going to have to get Rocky to climb up there the next time out and make sure there's not a cover on this basket. Look at this pretty move by Chris behind his back to get by B.J. Armstrong around Jordan. Just didn't flip it up high enough on the glass.
Even Jordan was amazed. See his mouth wide open. Horace Grant comes in. Astonishing moves. Some great moves tonight by Nuggets players. Williams and Jackson and Macon. Winston Garland is back in. He has replaced Jackson, who leaves with 8 points.
Go, go, go!
Macon, quick shot.
Over!
And the Bulls have the ball. Macon now 5 of 16 from the field. Macon gives the Nuggets the first guy with that size 6'5" who could actually go head-to-head defensively against Jordan.
Yeah, when Macon's been in the game, the Nuggets have kind of let him take Michael one-on-one.
12 points for Horace Grant, who has hit 6 of his 9 shots. Williams, this is a two-pointer. I think they got Cadillac there pushing off. And that's only the first foul on Cadillac Anderson.
Short rest for Dikembe as he checks back into the game, and as does Walter Davis. Joe Wolf, Mark Macon go out.
Chicago's hit 40 of their 79 shots, just a shade over 50%. The Nuggets 29 of 74, 39%. Macon 5 of 15. Reggie Williams 4 of 15. Chris Jackson 3 of 9. 27 points now for Michael Jordan. 6 straight points for the Bulls, and they have matched again their biggest lead of the game. Now the Nuggets come in with a record of 4 wins, 6 defeats. All the wins coming at home. And Walter Davis gets to the line.
And you see Scottie Pippen laughing because he knows Walter got the best of him. Davis came off the screen, the ball fake, and Scottie Pippen was in the air, and like any good veteran, Walter Davis let him come on down, jumped into him, shot the jumper knowing he was going right straight to the free throw line.
If Michael Jordan had his way, Walter Davis would be here tonight in a red uniform. When the Nuggets traded him last year to Portland, it was between Portland and Chicago. Actually, before last season, Walter was a free agent, and Jordan wanted the Bulls to sign him then.
And you look at the way Walter was used in Portland, and it makes you think that the Blazers got Walter just to keep the Bulls from getting him.
Stacey King blocked from behind. Nuggets need a rush, and they need it now. Down to 6:50 left in the fourth. Denver trailing by 8 points. Mutombo isolated. And give the basket to Cadillac Anderson.
We're getting to the point in the game now where the Nuggets can't afford to blow a scoring opportunity. They're going to have to make sure they get a good shot every time down.
Pippen stopped by Williams, and the steal. Here the Nuggets are on the run. 2-on-1. Davis, he stops. He pumps. Nuggets had a chance to make it 6 straight points, cutting the 10-point deficit to 4. And they're not going to get a better opportunity than Walter Davis open for a 15-footer. Now Jordan back the other way from 15. And there's a swing of 4 points. The Nuggets a chance to get it down to 4. Instead, they trail by 8. Timeout taken by the Nuggets. There is a foul called on Stacey King of Michael Jordan, his one-time appearance in Denver this year. Cadillac Anderson and Mutombo battle for it, and here comes Jordan and the Bulls. Bulls want the goaltend.
Yeah, but that ball was below the rim. The ball has to have a chance to go in the basket. Phil Jackson also upset about the call, but the officials explaining to him. And let's take a look at it. The foul by Garland, and this ball is below the rim by the time that Reggie touches it.
It sends Michael Jordan to the foul line for the second and third times tonight. And 30 points for Jordan. He's averaging 31.5 a game, which is exactly what he averaged last year when he won the scoring championship for the 5th time in a row. Only Wilt Chamberlain has won the scoring title more consecutive times, 7. 31 points now for Jordan. And the Bulls lead once again 10. 5:20 on the clock. Mutombo faking out the entire Bulls squad. They're all over there.
Dikembe leaned down with the ball. Everybody went in the air, and when they came down, he went up.
That's 20 for Mutombo, who's averaging around 20 a game. And that turns out to be a pass to Horace Grant. 14 now for Grant, and the lead again is 10 points. And Paul Westhead will call a timeout as we duck under the 5-minute mark in the ball game. We'll be back for the final 4:45 from McNichols Arena in just a moment. Drew Goodman up on his Michael Jordan tidbits tonight. This is Garland who unleashes. 97-89 is the score. The Bulls lead. I don't think I've received 10 boxes of mail in my lifetime.
Nuggets are going to have to pick up the pressure defensively. Still plenty of time to get back in this game, but not when that man can do that.
33 now for Michael Jordan. Garland with a nice fake. There is Jordan helping out, and there is the whistle. Joe DeRosa makes the call. Paxson gets the foul. That is number 4. The Bulls, who played last night and won in overtime before 38,000 in the Kingdom in Seattle. Michael Jordan had to pull the Bulls out in that one, scoring 10 of his 31 in the OT before he fouled out. And there's no question that Jordan has been the main man again tonight. This is the 12th game for the Bulls. Jordan has led them in scoring in 11 of the 12. Scottie Pippen snuck in there in one game. Garland in double figures. 4 minutes in the ball game. The Nuggets still in striking distance. But Phil Jackson has his starting 5 out there right now. Purdue cuts down the lane and ripped down by Anderson. What a rebound, his 15th of the game. Nuggets need a basket here. And get it. Walter called the bank.
Well, I would think down the stretch you would want the ball in either the hands of Dikembe Mutombo or Walter Davis.
Davis 6 of 10 for 15 points. The crowd comes alive. Nuggets sneak to within 6. They'll get a jump ball. Nuggets are hoping that it was Mutombo who grabbed the ball with Pippen, but I believe it's going to be Walter Davis. Mutombo, I think, will try to step to the line.
That's exactly right. Dikembe, you stay right in there, and Walter goes out. But now the officials step in and change it, but the Bulls want a timeout. Phil Jackson feeling pressure a little bit, a 6-point lead.
A little hot under the collar is Phil Jackson, the former New York Knick. So the Bulls walk to their bench, and a timeout has been called with 3:15 left in the 4th quarter. The Nuggets have been known so far early in the season to make some dazzling comebacks against the powerhouses of the NBA.
Neither team shooting very well in this 4th quarter. The Bulls just 6 of 14 from the floor. The Nuggets 5 of 15.
6-point lead for the Bulls with 3:15 to go. The Nuggets will be home Tuesday night against Charlotte. Wednesday on the road against Minnesota. And at home Friday and Saturday against Seattle and New Jersey, respectively. Little Mr. Subliminal advertising right there. And a chance for us to remind you that the NBA happenings are all here on PSN. Watch it Tuesday night. It's the NBA Action, a weekly show spotlighting all you need to know about the NBA every Tuesday night. Tune in right here on PSN. Thank you. Mr. Subliminal came by to help us out. Let's go into the huddle.
Run a Hornet to the left side and make sure you're lined up here. Well, you can't be on this side. So that when Waller comes out, you screen him, Ray. Remember, listen, you're going to be the 3-man. Yeah. Okay. So Waller's going to start here. You're going to screen here. You switch the side. Get him, and come out. If you don't have it, Walt, catch. When he catches, you're screening, get him to Kembe. No, we're going to lose my game. You got the Kembe if you don't have it. He's actually going to get it.
Well, you had heard it before straight from the horse's mouth. Now you got it from the coach's mouth.
That's exactly what Paul was telling him. I want either Walter Davis taking the shot off of a double screen, or if he's not open, dump it into Dikembe on the baseline. That ball was hit on the way up. And we're going to re-jump it.
The Nuggets have outscored the Bulls 18-16 in this fourth quarter.
Looked like Pippen got it again on the way up.
Jordan looking for some room, trying to get away from making, and Cadillac Anderson almost made the steal. 12 on the shot clock. Anderson now guarding Jordan, and Jordan goes over him. Paxson for 3. Would have been a killer. Mutombo has trouble with Pippen. And the Nuggets another crucial possession. 2:43 and counting.
Let's see if they can get this play set up. Get the double pick for Walter on the baseline. There's one. There's two, and there's Walter with the open jumper.
And there's Jordan upstairs grabbing the basketball with both hands.
Exactly like Paul drew it up.
And that's what helps give the coaches the gray hair. It doesn't matter what you draw up. It's a question of executing. And Pippen comes right back to slap the Nuggets in the face. 16 points for Pippen. And the lead is now 8. Another 4-point turnaround. Nuggets had a chance to slice it down to 4, get the crowd going, the momentum going. But now with 2 minutes left, it's an 8-point deficit. 3 men collapse on Mutombo. Shot clock down to 5. And Paxson will pick up number 5. Nuggets will take that. It will send Garland to the line where he is perfect in 4 shots tonight, and the clock stopped. Walter Davis comes out. He leaves with 15. The Nuggets now have Garland, Macon, Williams, Mutombo, and Anderson. They have reunited the starting 5. Nothing but net on all the foul shots for Garland tonight. Season high 17 last night against the Jazz. He's looking for his 12th point this evening.
And it's back down to 6 points. The Bulls, no doubt, want the ball in Jordan's hands, but they've got plenty of offense out there on the floor if the Nuggets want to double team Jordan.
Pippen gets it on the wrists from Reggie Williams. 4th foul on Williams. That's only the 4th foul on the Nuggets. Not a shooting foul, so Chicago gets the ball out. Jordan with 33. Pippen is 16. Grant and King each with 14 points. Mutombo leads the Nuggets with 20. And Macon and Davis each with 15. Jordan to the foul line. And Paul Westhead right by the official pops up off his bench and asks, where's the foul?
The call goes against Cadillac. Let's see if Cadillac gets him diving back in. Well, it's hard to tell from that angle if Anderson hit him on the left elbow or not. Caddy certainly disagrees with the call, but Jordan at the line for 2.
Michael Jordan perfect from the foul line. 4 of 4. He is at 15 of 28 from the field. 34 points. And now the quickness and the ball handling of B.J. Armstrong on the floor, replacing Paxson. 35 for Michael Jordan. And again, 8 points separate the teams. Nuggets have to start thinking about the three with just a minute and a half to go. And they may come up with the three.
Now they're going to say they're going to wave off the basket. I don't know. Cadillac does not put the ball on the floor. It seems to me that that has to be continuation. Take another look at it. Pretty pass by Dikembe. Right there's the foul. Cadillac goes up strong, but he was on the floor when he was fouled. So no basket, but 2 free throws for Anderson.
Cadillac, a 54% shooter from the line. Not the guy you want at the foul line at the end of a game. Mutombo, some encouraging words. Nuggets to answer to the Twin Towers with Mutombo and Anderson. Mutombo may have told Cadillac to try to miss the shot. That's the problem. Cadillac should always go up there trying to miss it, and then he hits it. 1:20 left. The Bulls by 7.
And the Bulls now are going to want to take some time off the clock before they take the shot.
Garland with a steal. And the Nuggets have little time to waste. Reggie for 3. Williams complains that he was hit by Jordan. And now the Bulls again will take off time. 52 seconds to go. The perfect sequence for Chicago is take off about 20 seconds and hit the basket. Well, they hit the basket. They didn't take off 20 seconds, but I'll tell you, they'll take it. 16 now for Stacey King.
Need a 3 and need it in a hurry. Don't need to be dribbling the basketball now.
22 tonight for Dikembe Mutombo, who has 9 rebounds to go along with that. There's only the second game in 11 that he is not at the double figures mark in rebounds. Cadillac Anderson with 15 boards. Michael Jordan certainly familiar with going to the 4 corners. They have 3 seconds to shoot. Pippen for 3. And now it is Macon. One last move. And Michael Jordan says you're not going to have that one last move. 5th foul on Jordan. 5 seconds left. And Macon will have a chance at least to get the Nuggets to the century mark.
Michael's had a running dialogue with somebody here in the front row the whole game. And now that there's only 5 seconds to go, he's really giving it to some fan.
Points for Macon tonight. Jordan and Macon says, hey, if you could do it to me in one end of the court, I'm going to do it to you on the other. Good move by the rookie, and even Jordan gets a laugh out of that and even shakes the rookie hand. Tough kid, Mark Macon.
And he wasn't going to be embarrassed on that play. It's better for him to take the foul, let Jordan have 2 free throws than to get dunked on.
Will he close his eyes? Remember, he did it in preseason against the Nuggets. 106-100. 3.5 seconds ago. Let's watch Jordan. I think he's talking to Mutombo. And he hits. The eyes were open. 37 for Jordan. And that is it. The Chicago Bulls come in to McNichols Arena for the lone time this year. They never led by more than 10. And they end up beating the Denver Nuggets by the score of 107-100, led by Michael Jordan, who had 37 points. Dan, how are you at reading lips? He's at the foul line talking to Mutombo.
I think Mutombo is saying, close your eyes and shoot this one. He did. And he made it.
Well, he had the practice back in the preseason. He has done that a few times. That's how hot Michael Jordan was tonight.